How would you like one property deal that you don't even own, making you £800 net profit per month? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today, because I am here with one of my personal graduates, Charlie, who is now transformed into a professional property investor. If you're new to this channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button and the notification bell, because I release videos every single week.
American, welcome to Mr. Liam Ryan!
So let's get straight into it. One deal, £800 net profit per calendar month. Charlie, my man,
What's up? You all right?
welcome
Yeah, you good?
down. Good to see you.
And you.
How you feeling?
Blessed to be
Blessed, really?
Yeah,
Wow,
literally.
that's a big word, because it wasn't always that way, right?
No, I've come from humble beginnings.
Okay.
From nice, lavish, house, 5-bed, 4-bath, to my dad and mum going, son, we're not going to be living here anymore, getting evicted.
Wow.
Bit of a dark day, and I went from that all nice house to emergency accommodation, sharing a room at the age of 15 with mum and dad. And yeah, it was horrible.
That must have just been a really scary period of your life.
It's sort of like, I didn't want to go out. I was a very shy, very timid, ashamed of the situation that I was in. And yeah, I didn't really know how to get out of that, shame and fear.
So that was at the age of 15.
Yeah.
You're now the young age of 26.
Yeah.
What have you been doing up until recently for work?
I've been working in Cafe Nero.
Okay.
I've been a barista, since I left school, really.
Right.
In and out. I trained to be a chef, level 3 qualified. Turns out I didn't want to cook for a living. Turns out I like cooking for family, friends, things like that. I'm also I like to call it wheeler dealer. Just buying and selling vintage toys, really.
Right,
That's what I've
wow,
been- yeah.
smart, yeah, thinking outside the box.
Yes, it's nice, cash money, doing all right for myself.
So look, you've been working,
Yep.
you've been in the grind, you've had some hardship.
Mm-hmm.
What was it that made you say, I want to get into property?
It was actually my wife, Liam. She went on a call with Adam regarding social media. And a week later, she's going, this property geezer popping up with him. Looks like you, a bit of a ducky diving wheeler dealer. Go for it. I was like, what do I know about property?
Wow.
I know I live in one, but that's about it.
Wow.
And she goes, it's free. I was like, we like free. So I logged on and I heard you talking. I was like, wow, I'm going through a little bit what he's been through. How can I get involved for not a lot of money? You had a little special at the time. Thought, let's go on a 3-day millionaires boot camp.
That's it.
Stepped into the doors and I was like,
Wow.
I've made the right call.
Yeah.
To spend that little bit on me.
Yeah, it's a small investment. At the end
It
of the
wasn't
day,
a lot.
you're your biggest investment. And, just for clear, everyone tuning in, you started this property journey with no experience, no access to money, not a lot of time because you were working full time.
Mm-hmm.
But is it fair to say that you just had a desire and a drive that you knew that you deserved more and you wanted more for you and your wife?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's for my wife and my 2 girls.
Oh, right, you got 2
Yeah,
girls.
I've got 2 girls,
Awesome.
4 and 1 and a bit now.
Lovely.
It was for them, Daddy was so proud of you. That's what I wanted. They're going to be proud of me anyway. I brought them into the world.
Yeah.
But I wanted them to say, do you know what, Dad? You've done well.
You wanted to step up.
Yeah.
Step up and say, I'm not going to settle for a 9 to 5
No.
on not a lot of money. I want something more. So you came to my 3-day property millionaire boot camp, which is where we show people how to start, scale and grow successful property portfolios. How was that 3 days for you?
Mad. It was electric. I come off it, I was like, wow, I want to get stuck in like yesterday. And then I found, by the blueprints that you do on the line with the courses, I signed up straight away to Gold, straight away. I knew I need to be around these people.
Great. So you then were mentored by us, basically.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
joined what we call the Assets for Life Academy because you needed that hand-holding, that accountability, where we basically kick your ass
Yep.
and make sure you do what you do. But look, for full transparency, people tuning in, it wasn't actually a fast start for you.
No.
Because how long did it take you from the boot camp to get your first deal?
It was 6.5 months.
So 6.5 months, which actually is still pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, many people get their first deal within 30 days. Some people it takes longer than 6.5 months. But I know in your mind, you didn't get off to the best start, the fastest start. Why was that?
It was, I wasn't putting myself in the right space, the right headspace, mentally, emotionally. Didn't have the good people around me. My wife was obviously really supportive. She was like, "You got no deals yet, what's going on?" I was like, "I don't know." Anyway, time went by and the service accommodation, which I'm in now, a course came up. And again, for free. I was like, again, we like free.
We do like putting on free stuff.
I was like, we like free.
Putting on free stuff.
And literally, they were like, come down, again, 3 days, but it's purely for SA operators wanting to get involved. I was like, yeah.
Okay, great.
I was like, block off 3 days, I'll tell work I'm sick, I don't really care. They weren't happy, but I was.
But the sickie. And I think that's a really key point. You know, you kept turning up for the training, you kept turning up for the mentoring. You then come to one of our other 3 days. I know you saw Don there, who'd had a couple of deals. You saw Dan, who's got a few deals. Other academy members, they gave you a G up. We gave you a G up.
Yeah.
And then from that day, how many weeks before?
3 weeks.
So 3 weeks. So that was. Would you say that was the kick up the arse you needed?
Oh yeah, yeah.
The motivation you needed, the direction you needed again to say, hey, I'm going to do this.
They taught us the script. That's worth 20, 30 grand, just the little scripts. How to present yourself in the property way, but still get yourself across, because people buy people.
It's practice, isn't it? It's practice and then it's implementation. And the way that you position yourself initially to an agent or to a landlord the first ever time is not going to be as good as you do it today because you're brand new to it. So let's talk about the deal. Let's talk about the deal. And what I love about you, Charlie, is that you didn't give up.
No.
You were putting yourself out there on the socials. You were informing us all in the academy of what you were doing. And then you get your first deal. So who did you get that deal from?
Facebook.
Facebook?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I live on Facebook purely for the toy business. I'm selling it, buy from it. And I was really, really getting annoyed. I was like, why am I not getting a deal? And I was so pissed off. Went on Marketplace and this flat came up. Recently done, good foundations. Thought, right, is it available? I followed their way of doing it. They're like, yes, available. And I asked the relative questions. They're like, yeah, you can have it, but you got to talk to your agent. I was like, okay, fine. Got the agent's details, went on a viewing, got a viewing. I was like, right, I'm halfway there. And I was like, this is what I want to do with the business. I explained to the landlords, and they were like, I'm personally not with it, but I've got to see other people. So I thought, let me respect it. I said, I wanted the property there and then. And he was like, again, got respect. I was like, okay, I understand. And I was speaking to another academy member, Dan, who Dan and Don was a bit of an inner circle between us now. And goes, do what you do best, Charlie, negotiate, but up. I was like, well, I don't want to give him extra money. What are you on about? He goes, your deal stacks with an extra £25.
Great. So it was on for how much was it on for?
925.
925.
Yeah.
You only increased the offer by £25, which is nothing.
No.
And as a result of doing that incentivized the agent.
He rang me 5 minutes after.
Wow.
From the email.
Okay.
He goes, come down on a Sunday. You know, as they say, God's day. Come down, I want to see you again. I was like, all right, sweet. So I said to Mrs, can't go out, got to go to the viewing. And the walk around was a blur. I was like, why does he ask me on a Sunday? And we went outside, he goes, Char, I'll give it to you. I was like,
now, just remember that moment. How did it make you feel when you shook hands with the,
I felt like I scored a goal in the Champions League.
Wow.
You know, I felt like, have I just done that? Yeah. And it was so simple.
Almost like it's not real.
Yeah, I felt, oh God.
Because a lot of people leading up to that first deal, there's still a belief system that they can't do it, or something's going to go wrong, or they're not good enough, or they've not been around long enough. But you built the relationship, you sourced the deal, you went for it, you offered higher, you built a relationship with the agent, and you got your first deal. And you know that the first deal typically can be the hardest.
Oh, it was,
Right,
and it is.
And you had a lot of ups and downs getting there.
Yeah.
But the reality is, look, anyone tuning in here, the key thing is not to give up.
No, I don't give up on why you're doing it. I done it because of my kids, my wife, mum, dad. My mum's not exactly well, so my dream is to own my house, own her house. Say, Mum, I got you. You can live there rent-free till you die. That's what I want to do. And then I'll start, you know, maybe other, you know, areas in property, so land development. But as now, SA fits for what I need.
Okay, great. So this is a serviced accommodation unit.
Yep.
You rent it out by the night.
Yep.
To who's your audience?
Mainly contractors, but if holiday makers want to book, we don't turn them away.
Yeah, so leisure guests, business owners, contractors. And obviously, look, we're now in a winter period. You're still getting your bookings?
Yeah.
So the demand is high, which is great. So your outgoings is £950 on the rent.
Yeah, and then all in all, 1,400 quid.
Is that with the bills?
Bills and channel manager.
So channel manager to manage it, the bills, the rent, 1,400.
Yeah.
And what's your net profit on the deal, give or take, on a monthly
based on
basis?
80% occupancy, which my deal analysis worked it out, and I done my due diligence, about 800 to £1,000 a month.
Wow, so 800
profit.
to 1,000. Pretty decent for your first deal.
I'll take it.
You'll take that any day of the week. If you look at how much you have to work in Nero Cafe for £1,000 a month versus how much you now make from one property, which one would you choose?
Property all day
Property
long.
all day long. And I think it's an incredible, and you know, you really are a big inspiration, and I'm really confident it's just the start of many great things to come. The key thing now is to, you know, get your name out there, talk to the agents. You've got social proof now. So you've got proof of concept.
Yeah, you taught me live, so I'm on it. Like
That's
every
it.
day,
Are you on
every
it?
hour. I love it. I love it live.
Good man.
At first I was like, no. Then Lee, I was like, do you know what? If he can do it, I'll do it. And then
Excellent.
whacking on live, and I'm going to events like in AFL. You're Charlie. I'm like,
Nice.
who are you? But they're noticing me. I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
Well, people are really getting to know you now,
Yeah.
and you will become that go-to person in your goldmine area. And let's just fast forward a year from now. Realistically, how many deals will you have in the next 12 months?
10.
10. That's your goal, yeah?
That's my goal.
That's your goal. And
By deal 3, I'll be out of work.
so 3 more, you're out of work, or 2 more?
2 more. With this one and 2 more,
So
I'll be out of work.
So 2 more, you're going to sack the boss.
Oh, yeah.
You'll then go full-time in property,
Yeah.
so you would have replaced your income, which I know is one of your original targets. And look, there's a lot of people tuning into this. What would you say to one that is brand new? Maybe they're reserved, maybe they've never done property, maybe they don't have access to a lot of money. What would you say to anyone that's thinking of getting into property?
I would say, well, for a start, get the right mentors, get right around the right people. Don't be afraid. I had nothing. I had a massive 72 quid in the bank account. That's all I had. And yeah, literally just go for what you believe in. If you believe it, you will do it. 100 million, 10%. But yeah, definitely get around the right people.
Wow.
And I do. So yeah, AFL's definitely been a blessing in disguise, and they continue to be, because I've met people now where I just ring them. I need this, I need that. All right, Charlie, we got you. So yeah, it's just been amazing.
You're a very likeable character.
I believe
and
so,
you,
yeah.
And you come across really well.
Thank you.
You're just yourself. And,
Yeah.
and that's really everyone tuning into this. You've just got to be yourself. You're not going to get every investor. You're not going to get every agent. You're not going to get every landlord.
No, getting a no is okay.
But this is a high cash flow strategy where for most people in the country, 2 or 3 deals
enough.
will replace their income. That's really touched me that you, and I didn't know that you've just said you had 72 quid left in your bank.
Yes, I didn't have a lot. I had nothing.
Man,
I had
it's tough, isn't it?
I had £72.
With a wife
I was living
and 2
paycheck to
kids.
paycheck, you know. It was an expensive month, shall we say.
And
I'm thinking, I'm a dad, and I've got £72.58
Wow.
in my account. Touch wood, bills were covered barely. You know, I didn't want to say no to my kids. Like, Dad, can we have a lollipop? No, I'm thinking I can't spare a pound.
And look, you know, one deal's not going to make you a millionaire. It's not going to replace your income just yet. But would you say this one deal, what impact has it had, mate?
That I can do it. You know, I'm young, 26, but I'm hungry. So it's now that blueprint I'm just following, and it's more and more, and it's giving me that belief that any, you know, Tom, Dick and Harry can do it. It's so simple. You know, I've come from, you know, council estates, you know, rough.
And now you're forging a life for your future.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I just want to finish on this. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Which is incredible.
I'm proud of you too.
You should be proud of you. Your wife and your kids should be proud of you. And, you know, I just really value you as a person in our community and our company, because this is what Assets for Life is about, taking ordinary people and turn them into professional property investors, one deal at a time, one day at a time, one property at a time, one investor at a time, to then go and achieve financial freedom. So thanks for coming on the show today. It's been absolutely incredible. How do you feel about doing a follow-up in, say, 6 months?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah,
I'm on it,
cool.
100%.
Cool, so 10 deals in the next year. Let's go for 4 or 5 deals, 6 deals in the next 6 months. You got this, dude, and honestly, a massive well done. Yeah, massive well done. Wow, what an incredible story! Going from £72 broke to now making in the region of £10,000 profit from just his first deal. If we can do it, you can do it. Remember, if you're new to this channel, smash the subscribe, leave Charlie a comment or question below, and I will see you in one of my next videos.